Hello everybody, how are you all doing? It's been a while, I missed you all. I'm back now with a slightly different shade of tan. That's as tan as I get as a Brit, but yes, we're back in the office, back Generation Zeroing. I'm joined to my right by Paul, who you've seen before. For those of you who don't know who you are, quick intro. Who are you? What do you do?
Sure. My name is Paul Kesslin. I am the product owner of Generation Zero.
That reminds me of a classic 80s line there. Who is your daddy and what does he do? And you, of course, know Matt by now. He is going to be our gameplay guru for today. So I'm just moving the screen over here.
Guru.
Beautiful. Looking good. Cool. So hello. I see you coming into chat there. Nice to see you. Nice. So what's happening today? Matt is going to be continuing the playthrough that we've been coming over the last few sessions, and we'll also be showing off some of the goodies from the Schweet Fanny Pack DLC. So you can check them out, see what they look like in the game, and yeah, just generally taking your questions and answers, and a little surprise as well, I believe. Paul brought with him.
So, I almost forgot about that. Jeez.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to scooch this way. Maybe you can come a little bit, Paul.
Ooh.
Let's get cozy in here.
Good.
I'm still trying to lean on Matt's mouse hand.
Oh,
so good.
I saw a quick question, actually. What does product owner mean?
What does product owner mean? Okay, fun story. Basically, I'm responsible for the game as a business. So everything that happens with how the game's performing, what does our roadmap look like, what are we doing next, trying to guide the team, but also work with, listening to the team's feedback, listening to community feedback via folks like yourself, Graham, and then trying to understand what do we prioritize for the game to try to get things either fixed or added to the game. So it's a balancing act. We look at feedback, we look at data, we look at things that we want to do that we think are interesting, and try to mash all these things together and then put them out as soon as we can in prioritized order.
Yes, like priorities such as bikes, for example, was something that people have been really asking for a while. When do we get bicycles? We're being asked. Update Steam. Bicycles came out last week, buddy. So you'll be very pleased to hear that all we have to do now is update your game, and you'll find them there.
For freezies.
Yes.
Not even free. Like it's not like it's a free DLC thing you need to get separately. It's just it's part of the game now.
Yes.
Everyone gets a bike.
Exactly. Like a Oprah thing. You get a bike. You get a bike. Matt hasn't got a bike. Where's your bike?
I don't know. I don't know where it is up here yet.
Yeah. So yeah, as you said, you have to go to the crafting station, safe houses, if you haven't seen them already, and you should be able to spot one there.
Yep.
So this is actually Matt's first time playing since the bike update, isn't it?
Well, apart from the bike race.
Yeah.
Apart from the bike race, of course. But you were flying.
This is true. Yeah.
You were doing the Superman thing.
This is true.
Yeah, that was fun. I tried to watch it from Italy, but
it was good. Who won again, Paul? Sorry.
Oh, that was me for sure.
That was you for sure, actually. Yeah. We've actually got the scoreboard here still.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I will say that Frances is a very sore loser. She has repeatedly told me that she will hold this grudge against me.
She'll
so
be
that
flipping
means
tables.
that probably future updates from the QA side, she's going to hold me to the fire a little bit.
Maybe that explains where that horse's head that was on your desk came from.
Yeah, I mean, let's not talk about that. But no, it was all in good fun. But I just like to remind Francis that I won.
The Great Waste was amazing, though, we're being told. They laughed so hard. It's good to hear. I was so disappointed it clashed with my holiday because I was so hyped for it. But the good news is we will be doing the Great Race again, but this time you folks can take part. So in some of our upcoming streams during the summertime, we're going to be doing some multiplayer sessions where you guys can actually be one of the race participants, and we shall have some sweet prizes for those of you who do take part.
As reigning champ, do they have to race me, or is it going to be purely community?
I was thinking we'd try and get as many community people in there as possible.
That's cool.
But
I'm
if you're
going to
get upset,
maybe we can do like a round robin thing, and we find a worthy opponent.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
There we go. We'll get some rounds.
It'd be like old school couch co-op, with couch play. When it stays on, you know.
That's right.
That's good.
That's
good.
Yes. Speaking of cool prizes.
Oh,
segue.
That was a
segue.
I missed the cue. I'm not too bright.
Wait, let's try that again.
So, okay, do it again.
Speaking of cool prizes, You need to bring it this way in.
This way. All right, that's easier. Yeah.
Behind my T-shirt. There you go. You can. It stands out a bit better.
That does work.
Yeah,
That
nice.
does work a lot better. That's cool.
So, some of you folks would have heard about the collector's edition when we were first selling Generation Zero. We wanted to do collections with Dalahest, but due to some production shenanigans, Dalahest didn't quite happen.
Unfortunately.
So,
Yeah.
as a very roundabout way, we have got our hands on a bunch of these things, and we're determined to get them out to you, well, some of you lucky people, in the community as various prizes in some manner. So keep your eyes open on our social media channels, Discord, streams, wherever, and there'll be various opportunities where you can win one of these awesome Dalahests yourself, as well as T-shirts and some DLC and other sort of things we'll be giving away as time goes on.
Made in Sweden.
Made in Sweden.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right here at home.
Yes. Free shout out to the manufacturer there. 100% Swedish horse. These are actually like
it's pretty weighty.
Serious business, like Dalahest in Sweden. They are. They're not made. They're crafted.
You can see where they whittled it.
Yeah, it's not off the production line.
Good, but it's really.
Someone's gran or granddad was sat there like with a Morag knife, So yes, Dalahest. We'll talk about ways of getting you one of those. Hopefully, if you're lucky, in the future. Right, let's see what we've missed whilst we've been talking about horses. Can we do wheelies on the bikes? Yes, you can do wheelies.
I'm unable to pull them off consistently. I do know Bjorn, the lead designer who's been on before, has perfected it. We should grab him to do like a walkthrough video.
He can do good wheelies.
That was rough.
Wheelie good wheelies. How come is the advanced first aid stacks smaller than the standard ones? Because they're better, I guess. Normally, I would say, off the top of my head, not knowing the actual reason why they're asking the game designer.
I don't have a good answer either. I would say, it's a good question for design. We can look into that.
Paul's microphone is a bit low. I think it's
low. It needs to be more in my mouth.
Yes, there you go. Now we're talking. These things are super directional, which is awesome when you're on like Gamescom, where we did our stream for Generation Zero before. But you really have to stick it in your teeth there.
All right, that's fair. And I'm usually pretty loud, so.
Yes, ditto.
I just tried to dial it back. I didn't want to yell into the mic. All right, but now I know.
Yes. Actually, Toasted, it wasn't eating my mic. Paul wasn't eating his enough. So, Matt's suitably eating it, almost. Why not add an LMG, like the drum mag or belt-fed HK21 and call it the MG21? Good idea. I mean, we talked about
I like guns.
And,
I like guns.
Like guns, Generation Zero.
Yeah, that's something we could look into for sure. Like we've talked about before, we always wanted to do more things once the game's out the door. So these are the type of things that we can start looking into. Yeah,
I mean, as we said up to now, focus has been on lots and lots of bug fixing. Bike was the first big content kind of thing we've added.
Yeah.
And now, as we continue to polish, we're likely to start adding more things, more stuff. So why not a machine gun one day?
No, exactly. Like you mentioned. Now that I feel we're turning a bit of a corner on trying to address most of the big things. There's still stuff that we can continue to improve and that we're still continuing to look at, even for future updates. But we're in the period now where we can start looking at adding in new things. And bikes, I kind of consider the start of that. So you'll still see a whole bunch of fixes from us, and as well as new stuff along the at the same time. But that's where our head's at, starting to make that transition into new cool shit.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of gone over the peak of the worst bugs now, I think. We know there are definitely still issues out there which we want to clean up, but hopefully we can start doing some adding more fun.
There's hunters in here now.
Yes. This could get messy. Why is there a shotgun scope? Because reasons. You can get scopes for shotguns, often not like a 12 times sniper scope.
I mean, I've done that in other games before. Went around with a scope shotgun.
I like that on Battlefield, actually.
Yeah?
Slug, scope, shotgun.
Yeah, why not?
I saw a question, which was another god. Sorry, my bad.
It's all good.
How soon are the fireworks fix? Earlier this morning. Again, update your game. Hotfix went up that today.
Yep.
So watch that now.
I mean, you charged him. What do you?
It wasn't probably the smartest
Matt's been playing too much Mordhau.
Jeez, buddy.
He's used to hitting stuff in the face before.
Oh, jeez. You're in a bad way, my friend. Oh.
Well, I got him.
Did that to yourself.
Yeah, I did.
We're told the Facebook live stream is lagging, which is strange because everything comes from exactly the same source. There's nothing we can change on our end. Where are we?
Good luck.
It's
Ooh.
got spaghetti cables going on.
Ooh,
Some dancing.
Swish.
Physics.
Oh,
Alright, I'm just gonna have a quick shifty.
All right, Matt.
Come on, 4G. This has been my entire week in Tuscany.
Yeah.
Load. Okay, where are we?
Just waiting for Matt to get jumped again.
I know. I have to say, Hunters inside, that's just evil. You guys are evil.
Sneaky
Someone's
hunters.
mentioning about adding BMX bikes. I mean, that's the thought has crossed our mind. That's pretty iconic 80s, you know? Like, it's... I had one. I wasn't good. I couldn't actually do BMX, but that's the type of bike I had, right?
You look cool though, Paul.
Yeah, if you say so, man.
Yeah.
I'll choose to believe that. Mine was like a white with a pastel blue.
Do you remember what? Did you
I
have?
don't know, man.
Did you guys
like
have
blue ones
Spooky
too?
Dokies in America?
Yes! Spooky Dokies.
What are
They
those?
were the little plastic beads
Yes.
that used to be on your spokes on
Yes.
your wheel.
That is...
They were 100% cool.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
They weren't annoying whatsoever.
No. Not too bad.
Then you also had the budget version, which is the old crappy baseball cards you didn't want anymore.
That's what my dad growing up used to do.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was a kid, I was like, I want these the plastic things. He's like, why don't you just put baseball cards in there like we used to? I'm like, ugh, why would you ruin a baseball card?
Well, that's true. I wonder how many, like, you know, super expensive rare baseball cards got mashed to pieces
Right?
in some kids.
Exactly.
Some kids'
Oh,
bike.
man.
I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I'm trying to tweak it here, but it's not playing the ball.
All right.
Everything else looks as good as it should be. Apologies for that, folks. Then you can always, of course, catch us on YouTube or Twitch or Mixer. There are still multiple options.
Hey.
Just pop open a browser. But yeah, I never did the whole BMX bike thing. I had one just to ride around on, but I was a skateboarder. So.
Yeah, okay, I did a bit of that, but that was the 90s.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
cool, though.
A bit
Bike-
older than our game.
Bike pegs to allow a second player
Bike,
to
that's
ride.
what it's called. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
That would be cool.
Yeah, technically
That's
they're meant for
cool.
grinding, but in the end they're great for having a buddy
You
on the
know,
back.
yeah, growing up, I thought that their primary purpose was for someone to stand on. And then I started watching more X Games. I'm like, got it.
Yeah. BMX tracks? Really? Why not just remove the robots, add some civilians, and call the game Tony Hawk's Bike? I wish. I love the Tony Hawk games.
No, I never played one.
What?
Yeah, I
You
know.
missed out, man. That was yeah, that was some good gaming times back
Yeah.
there growing up. They were just
Okay.
made for couch gameplay.
You're like a surgeon with that thing, Matt. at least with the explosive, the fuel cells.
I have my moments.
Jag har sett order om att evakuera till Sandskogsbasen
delete
och fiske väck
this.
på den här sidan. Det följer inte standard.
I love hearing the VO. And
Oh,
Förs i order från
precis.
staben.
Oh, absolut.
Landningsfarare är omedelbar evakuering till
It's an
Sandskogsbasen.
educational game.
Jag vet.
yeah, it is. I mean, for me
Jag
too.
har också
Jag
vi
förstår.
har fått information.
Tyst med dig.
Jag fick veta att något skulle hända för flera dagar sedan.
Half the audience has no idea what the hell's going on.
Orderna. Jag vill veta vad fan
Jesus.
som försiggår kom.
Tack. Älskar dig med.
That was good. But no, like I really love the fact that we were able to get Swedish VO into the game. It really gives that level of authenticity. It was fun to record. I know Greg, our narrative designer, had a lot of fun.
Whoops.
Oh jeez, that was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
That's the point, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
They are
Bjorn's changed my
surprise.
Bjorn's changed my keys.
Surprise mechanics. The ticks are our surprise mechanics.
Oh Jesus. I'm gonna ignore that comment. Just keep rolling.
I'm just running with the latest memes.
Yes, no, it's good.
Are we going to get first person for bikes, or am I missing something? That could be quite cool. I mean,
Yeah,
we have it
it's-
for ATVs. I mean, of course, default is first person. We take you out for third on bikes.
Yeah, so
but-
we go back and forth on this one. A lot of the conversation around it had to do with the fact that if you look at a lot of other games, first-person driving is more kind of like a driving sim game, which is not exactly what we are. I think a lot more kind of action games are third-person. It's just easier to grasp.
yeah.
But it's not outside the realm of possibility. But I think for ease of use for most players, third person's the way to go.
Yes. Will we get chopper bikes? Well, of course, we're going to be. Oh, that's what I said. The first time I heard bikes were being thrown around as ideas, I wanted a rally chopper in there with a flag on the back.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I loved. It's super iconic 80s just to see somebody run around with that flag just sticking up in the back or something else. Like I think that's definitely a thing that we've talked about.
I don't know if this was late 80s or early 90s. Probably late 80s actually. I had a what was it? It was what's that helicopter show? It was basically a Knight Rider with a helicopter. Airwolf. I had an Airwolf bike. I know, right? It was a
Branded
helicopter.
bike, all right.
Yeah, and you had like this little panel on it, and you could press buttons and make the old, like every single noise toy you had in the 80s had those 5 sound effects, like the
yeah, of course,
and the yeah.
I totally remember that.
It had a little thing on it. You could press these and make the bike make noises. It was amazing.
Man, that 80s tech.
Yes. Airwolf bike with the panel. Ah, Toasted gets it. Yeah, I had that.
Oh man.
I mean these machines are a bit more advanced than that, but yeah, I would love for one of those things. That's a solid idea, man. That could be fun to play around with. Just give yourself like the old what are they called? The soundboard.
Yes. Yeah, that was basically what it was. It was like, ye olde worldy soundboard version 1.0 stuck on a bike.
Everyone had the same, like you said, 5 sounds. Didn't matter what.
Yeah. Thanks for the Forex update. After this update, though, I don't unlock my safe house one. The one I had locked before the update. Is anyone else having this issue? We haven't heard of any other issues there, Lee Luna, but we will look into that for you. I'm sure our QA folks are watching this right now. They will probably be digging around testing some stuff.
Whoa.
That is an interesting one. Have not heard
Yeah,
that.
I can't see how any changes would have affected that.
Yeah. Like any safe house. That's really weird. Oh geez, oh geez, oh geez, oh geez, oh geez.
Yoink!
Oh geez, oh geez. I'm just watching this.
Oh! Sad trombone.
That was solid.
Are we planning on adding any story content?
I yoinked it.
I mean, story's going to come in big updates, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, story would be a bigger thing. It's something that we're keen to try to continue to improve on. Like some of the stuff that we have in the game now, we're looking at how do we flesh out some of the mission descriptions to be more clear, and even give you some more tidbits of that. But we absolutely want to continue to add to the story. Like we see that as something that's very valuable to players, and also, we're invested in this world, and we'd love to see how the world of Generation continues to grow and expand outside of just the core experience here.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of Sweden, so logically we could visit other bits in the
this
future,
is just
perhaps.
a small part,
yeah.
I mean, and there's a whole world out there. Like, who knows what's happening?
Maybe we could do Denmark edition.
Or Norway edition.
Indeed. Generation Scandinavia. Can you add an option to hide the jacket? I've seen that a few times, actually. Now we start adding these sweet options for the clothing and things. People would like to see the shirts.
The T-shirts. I know.
I guess, I don't know. I mean, how have they been designed? Is there a shirt under the shirt?
So
or are we looking at a window? Like
so as a fun story, this is a bit technical, so it's a fun challenge. The characters currently don't really have any arms or torso.
Whoa.
So the clothes are basically what make the person a person.
So you're like peeking behind the development window there,
Yeah,
how
so
games work. Yeah.
So yeah, and it's a thing that we did to I think increase performance on our end for things that we had to render. So it just means a new challenge for how do we figure out how to do things like allow for T-shirts, because you'd have to expose so much of the body, and if the body doesn't exist, how do we figure that out? So yeah, it's a fun little dev trick. But again, this is set in November. It's cold. You're probably not going to be running around in T-shirts.
This is true, unless you're me.
That's fair. I have a buddy that I've worked with. And there's some folks in this office that just it doesn't matter. It can be the middle of winter here in Sweden, snow out, and they're like still wearing shorts.
Certain English animator.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know who you are. No. Well, I think both of us together are the first ones who tend to break out the short clothing. Yeah, but on that topic about kind of things you do as a dev to make things work.
I'm sorry.
Just sit back and watch this. Pedal.
I'm pedaling.
Faster.
Just go. Jeez.
Faster.
I mean, at least you look good doing it.
At least you look damn fine doing it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I mean, that was ballsy. You're like, I'm just gonna drive straight.
Oh,
Come on.
Zig.
Nice.
Quinda.
That was Zag.
Nice. That was
There we
good.
go.
There we go.
Sorry, you were saying, Graham.
But so yeah, on the topic of like development tricks, like people often don't realize some of the things like that you don't see that go into making a game. I mean, I saw an interesting video, for me, even working in and around games for a long time now, a really good video showing how it works was a Tomb Raider one I saw the other day, I think it was. Someone had taken a view of actually what is rendered from an outside perspective. So it was like literally you look like this and everything around you is empty. All you see is what is on screen. And folks often don't realize that, like, the kind of mechanics that go into making a game a game.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Maybe not from that dev talk, but I've seen it used elsewhere. But yeah, it's amazing how the tricks that you use to get around some of this stuff.
Yes, I mean, that's how you're able to do what you're obviously always trying to squeeze the most you can out of the technology. Yeah. And if you're going to have everything on screen at the same time, then I think we get a Viking axe. That's pretty neat. You uncover an old, dig in the dirt and find an old moldy old axe.
I mean,
for the melee update,
if you've noticed, there's a few runestones in the game. I wish I could read runes.
And then it could be called Thor's axe, and it could have like an electrical charge on it.
Thor had a hammer, you noob.
Do you mean Mjolnir?
Yeah, but same thing, you know. Like
the Marvel universe isn't real, man.
Yeah, but I said Thor's axe. I didn't say Thor's hammer.
Oh, that's good actually. So then we avoid any potential copyright claims. Actually, can you copyright Thor?
I don't.
I mean,
you might. I don't know, man.
I'm sure they found a way.
Nah, he's a god.
Disney might have a trademark on all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
But I was trying to deal with the melee weapon situation, right? So you can slap a battery on it. Electrical axe.
Yeah. Also possible, right? Like, those are some things you could think about.
Yeah.
Like, if we get to crafting at some point, like, those are the type of things that we might be able to explore.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this one out because I don't want to be seen as dodging the hard questions.
Sure.
It wasn't put in the most nice way, but what are your feelings on releasing unfinished, buggy and broken games and dropping paid content before fixing things that the players are telling you need fixed? So first of all, this is in the context, of course, of 3 months of only bug fixing.
Yep.
That's what we've done.
Yep.
Additionally, the content we did release, we made sure there was nothing that was gameplay related. It's completely optional. It's not going to impact your gameplay if you don't have it. So yeah, we're still working on the game. Whether it exists or doesn't exist doesn't affect the main development of the product.
Yeah, my feelings match yours, and as product owner, it's my call to do these type of things. And my feeling was we've spent a lot of time trying to fix the games. Like we had mentioned earlier in the stream, and like you mentioned, we're under no illusion that we're done with those things. There still will be things to fix, but this is kind of a fun piece of content for players that are interested in dressing up their character a bit more, having some fun with the game. It's by no means impacts your game experience. And we're still kicking out free updates.
Like the bike we're riding on right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's a fun feature that people are asking for, and that's a thing we did. And we're still continuing to listen to what people are saying need to be fixed, and that's stuff we're still looking into.
Yeah, I mean, as I said on Steam, I think yesterday, one does not exclude the other. I mean, you can do both, and we do. Oh, I could feel that sat from my chair.
That hurt.
But yeah, I had to grab. I thought we should grab that question out because otherwise people would be like, "Why don't you answer the?"
It's a fair question. I guess. I get where they're coming from.
Yeah, that was going to leave a mark, Matt.
Yeah.
Speak like this for the rest of the stream.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Is he suicidal? Possibly. Yeah.
Well,
he now has 4 tonsils.
Hey, get out!
Oh boy.
You're not invited.
They're not vampires, Matt. I'm afraid. They will still come in. Can you tell us more about the next bike race? I'll tell you more as we get closer to it, but it's going to be quite easy. We'll start up a multiplayer game. You folks can come and find it. And I'll probably do some means of raffling or allowing people to enter. So I can add you on Steam before the actual stream and get you folks in the lobby before we start. It's probably the best way. Otherwise, you'd have to randomly spam around multiplayer games until you find us. So we'll do it that way. But I'll share more news. But it'll be a multiplayer game, probably one of us, and then 3 from the community. And we'll be an independent observer. And 3 of you will get to race. And potentially win a horse, or a T-shirt, or a DLC,
or something.
We
have options.
Cool.
We have options.
Need a 30 sign so you can break the speed limit. We do not encourage breaking road laws, even in the apocalypse.
I mean, who's gonna who's gonna rescue you?
Excuse me, sir. Do you know how fast you're going
Yeah.
back there?
Seeker cop.
You'd be more excited that you saw another person, really.
Yeah.
wrecked.
Oh, my.
You did so well up to that point.
I mean, you're running it thin, man. You love just like living in that red zone.
I'm actually gonna throw Bjorn on the bus here. He really drained me dry of supplies last
Oh,
time.
did he?
Like
Yeah.
the previous stream, I'd spent a long time looting, getting my supplies back there, and then he's like, I'm here for one time only. I'm
Gonna
here.
go big.
I'm here to have fun, right? And so yeah.
Oh, that's good.
That is the problem, actually, with I guess using our saves without any shenanigans of giving ourselves stuff.
Yeah.
Because we're not playing in a normal manner when we're on streams. We're like,
Yeah,
we're
you-
gonna
you-
do this
you-
thing,
yeah,
and then
exactly.
we don't pick up the stuff you normally pick up, and yes. If you can if you could do something for us Xbox players too, I mean, like in the form of the bike race, the issue we have is just so much harder for us to kind of do that type of event. It's a lot smoother with the time we have available to do on PC, but that being said, I'll perhaps see if we can do some kind of raffle-style giveaway or something on a platform level. See if we can work something out there. Yes. Or maybe some audience participation prizes during the bike race could be good. We'll work something out so that those of you who watch can also have a chance at winning something good.
Throw some odds down on the winners.
Yeah, get some side bets going.
There you go.
That's a good way to get
that's
yourself taken off Twitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Jesus. Woo.
Have you guys been trying to fix the ammo bug? Which ammo
It
bug are we?
depends
I mean,
on-
it depends. Give us some deets, and we will tell you yes or
Get
no.
back.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Get
always
back to us. We'll get back to you.
yeah. If you mean the one about stacks disappearing, I don't know how are we on that one.
That one we've looked into. It's choppy reproduction, so we're not 100% on
Yeah.
that one. If it's the toolboxes, that one was that one was a rabbit hole. Unfortunately, we were like, oh, this is a simple thing to go tweak. We dug into it and found some weird systemic issues that we're still exploring. It's something that we, when we looked into it, we were like, this actually touches a lot of different parts of the game.
Yeah.
We need to tread carefully here. So something that we, like, initially, myself not knowing anything technical, but our designers, our lead designer and our lead coder were looking at it, like, oh, this should probably just be this thing. Let me go fix this really quick. Spent 10 minutes going, okay, it wasn't this. That's weird. Let me go look at this. And just kept rabbit holing into different things. Had to pull in some other people, some experts, to figure out, like, why is this system doing a weird thing? So we're still investigating that one, but at least we've narrowed the challenge down. We just want to make sure we don't start
break something else.
break something else.
I
with
mean,
it.
again, that's a nice excuse me, insight for you folks at home to see how game development works. I mean, what looks super simple, let's just switch loot on this box. It's not.
Because that's what we tried first. We're like,
Yeah,
wow,
exactly,
Is the
yeah.
checkbox not checked? No,
Yeah.
it's checked. Okay, now what?
They are very complex systems, and what may present to you in the game as a simple thing
Look
could
at this.
actually require a lot. For example,
Look at that
stashes
guy.
inventory.
Whoa.
Oh,
But you just caught him he's doing a sick YouTube video of his parkour skills, and you've just ruined it.
I have.
Oh.
typical Matt.
I know. I'm sorry.
And sorry, Tanabris. I acknowledged your question earlier. I had a great vacation. Thank you.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just going right back to that.
Okay.
My brain sort of caches questions whilst we're talking. And yeah, Tanabris, I saw your question there. It was awesome. Thank you very much. I ate way too much, as always.
Vacation's for, though.
Sorry?
Oh, so that's what
Well,
vacation's
exactly.
for.
Especially in Tuscany.
Yeah.
Any plans for flying stuff? Also, is the free cam that TK was using to the race, is that coming too? The free cam is developer tool. It's not something you're ever going to be getting your hands on, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, that was
unless
a-
we ever did like a completely visual-only mode, which I can't really see us
That is
investing
a-
development time into.
That is a can of worms.
Yeah.
Having worked on that on another game before, that thing is... Ooh.
Yes, so that is our own console stuff, which is unlikely to make it out to you, I'm sorry to say. But flying stuff, obviously we have Seekers right now, which, their aggressive ability is more about telling other stuff
Yeah.
where you are. And
I mean, for flying, if it's people flying, probably not. I think that's a bit tough in this context. But more flying enemies. I mean, we've talked about that. That's interesting. I think since there's not a ton of aerial threats at the moment, it is an area we can explore more on and try to make some interesting gameplay out of it. So I mean, we've discussed it, but if if we get closer to something, we'll let you guys know.
I mean, again, talking about the kind of things that make sense. As you said, we've been doing a lot of bug fixing up to now.
Yep.
As we start, moving away to a point where we feel we can do more time towards content, things like machines, things like weapons, things like new areas.
Yep.
They're kind of the bread and butter of this kind of game. So it makes sense on a long enough timeline
Yeah,
to
exactly.
keep going that you're going to see more of this stuff.
But then,
Yes.
like I said, going back to my role as a product owner and figuring out priorities, like, okay, is a flying machine more important than a ground machine at just a machine level, right? And then outside of that, it's like, okay, well, is a new machine more important than a new weapon? Like, these are all things that we have to balance and just figure out with the team what's possible in the time. So it's constantly balancing or it's a balancing act of what we get to when.
Which, of course, is why we do things like the player surveys. we
Yeah,
did a little while
exactly.
ago. I mean, bikes were way up on the top of that.
That was a big one.
So,
That was a big one.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's a greeny.
he's the greeny
Do
one.
you have any like better weapons, man? Like,
Do I have
do you
better
have any
weapons?
shotguns?
I do, but I don't really. Oh gosh.
Oh, you're okay.
Please put this
You're
in
done.
Game Pass. That's a product owner type of question.
Okay,
Not
that is
something we'll answer on stream, but we'll take your suggestion on board.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and reach out to Microsoft, see if they want to take your advice.
'Cause of course, PC Game Pass is now a thing.
Oh,
isn't
that's
it?
right.
So,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
No, he's still.
Jeez.
Still lobbing.
Yeah.
Do you have any grenades? Like, oh no.
Oh.
Keep asking all these questions like you have stuff, Matt. But apparently Bjorn drained you dry. So.
Well, I don't think we might have. I can't even see the. I can't even see the.
Get a better scope, man.
What? Did he kick it away?
I wonder
Oh,
if
there is.
No, there it is.
Oh, come on. What?
Whiff. There you go.
No.
They might have been out of range.
Isn't a storage a bigger want from players? We actually saw them kind of about neck and neck, to be honest. But thereby, yes, we know storage is a big one.
Yeah.
I think we could say that we'd love to do something like that in the future, for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely
Alright.
something that we.
That's obviously
Taking
a
you
big
down
one
with
on the
me.
list, yeah.
Are you gonna kill yourself again? Or
I have an adrenaline shot.
Okay. All right. So how you? I don't know,
Maybe
man.
if I'm lucky, he'll hit that.
Oh, he might miss. No.
I don't know, man. I think you're. Yeah,
I'm out of luck.
I don't know.
You like it?
If the other one passes away, you might. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no way.
Lives life on the edge. This guy.
Yeah.
I'm a bush.
Oh, there's a tick flying to your right. It's coming to you.
I can't see me.
Behind the tree.
I am a bush.
You won. Oh! There was like two of them.
Get that med pack, bro.
I don't have any.
Well. Rip. Yeah.
We're gonna have to give Matt some dedicated time after the stream so he can replenish his supplies.
Well, I mean, machines have a chance at dropping med packs now.
I'm just gonna keep.
So, oh jeez.
Oh my. It's not going good.
Nope.
Where can I loot?
Where was the last time? Oh man, it was just 2 weeks ago that you played with Bjorn.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then last week was the bike race. Yeah.
Yeah. So you should be able to loot some of the earlier bits.
Oh no, we jumped on a different build.
For the
Oh,
bikes.
you did.
Yeah.
Yes. Would be cool to play a 3-second song to the air guitar remote. There we go. A community
Man.
competition. Give us your best 3-second guitar riff.
we talked about it, but yeah, we didn't have enough time to find and license some music or create some new stuff. That stuff is a challenge, but I think the whole point of air guitar is you do it. So I mean, yeah, why? Just, wow, man, missed
What a
opportunity.
It's mouth
Professional.
sounds. It has to be
I'm
mouth
gonna-
sounds the way that he does it.
I'm gonna put that on myself.
Yeah, you can do the voice acting.
No, I meant like it was. I should have had that idea and talked about it. Nah, that's my fuck.
There you go. Tenebrae has a video on farming medkits if we need it. Does Bill and Ted count as 80s? Almost, but just
think so.
missed.
No,
I think
are
it
they
was
90s?
90s. It was 90s.
No.
I remember actually because we were watching it at school. You know, at school where they used to wheel out the TV on the big stand.
Yeah.
We had that at our school assembly one day, which is where all the kids are in the same big hall thing.
Yep.
And we were gonna have a movie day, and we'd sit and watch Bill and Ted, and our school headmaster came in and turned it off after about 25 minutes. It was like, "This is disgusting," you know, watching this. Yeah, I was like, we were like 8 or something at the time.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
There
That
was
is
some-
crazy.
Yeah.
I
yes.
watched like Hamlet.
Mm-hmm.
That was about the extent of it, man.
But that's the thing, though. I mean,
better news, I think.
yeah, we couldn't watch Bill and Ted, but you could watch Romeo and Juliet. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
people being killed and stuff. But scrolled, man. Bill and Ted was 1989. Oh,
Wild Stallions forever.
Oh yes. Okay.
Oh man.
Man, now we know what our next Vanity DLC needs to be
Man, I'm
inspired from.
just do a freaking
Oh.
Bill and Ted expansion.
Yes. Oh. But they're doing a new movie, aren't they?
They are,
Yeah,
They're
they
doing
are.
a new movie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're kids.
I mean,
Yeah.
Keanu can do whatever Keanu wants.
Well, this is true. Yeah.
Right.
Oh man, I'd love a Bill and Ted video game. Oh, jeez.
I just can we pause here a second? I just want to look at this screen. So
Yes.
what I really enjoy about this,
Mhm.
and Swedes will know this, but cykel is just the Swedish word for bike.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing, Paul.
Yeah.
That was absolute. Was there anybody in chat that couldn't work that out? Like, amazing. And amazing. And just to add to that further, it's called Sky Blue
Yeah.
because the bike's blue.
Okay. Thanks,
Like
buddy.
frickin'
All right. All
like
right.
this
all
guy
right.
never is in Sweden. Yeah.
No, but like I just it's meant to be the brand name of it, and I think it's kind of.
Oh, I
it's a
see you.
fun little
I
play.
see.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Keanu Reeves confirmed for Generation Zero expansion. Yeah, as
Yeah.
soon
Oh,
as he's
but-
done with Cyberpunk, he's coming
Yeah,
straight to us.
exactly. I mean,
yeah.
if someone can make that happen, that would be incredible.
Yeah, Keanu, hit us up.
Yeah, he's not gonna listen to me.
Yeah. It was February 1999. Oh, jeez. Yeah. See, we all watched that the first time around too. We're all old.
I keep hitting shift to make myself go faster.
You could have a mission where you use
Like
Bill
a-
and Ted's time
like a
machine to go
sprint?
back and watch Invasion of the
Yeah.
Robots. Oh.
That would be weird.
So we've got a quiet spot. Maybe we should check out like some of the cool
You mean my
threads.
trendy threads I have here?
I mean,
Yes.
I love the like that Miami Vice inspired jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you look smooth, Matt. I think I've critiqued your fashion sense on this.
But not totally
That's
smooth.
okay.
There is
before.
that bit of adventure stubble going on.
yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. He's got like
But
a
I
bit
mean-
of mystery to him.
but this
Mm,
looks
you know.
this looks good.
It's nice. So
Yeah.
should we go?
Yeah, let's go
it
through
all?
some of the bits and pieces that came out in our. Was it yesterday's DLC? This is my first
Yes,
week back in the
yesterday.
office, so
Yes,
every day is
yesterday.
like. Well,
Yep.
Yeah, it was
It
yesterday.
was Tuesday. Today's
Yes.
Wednesday.
Yes.
My anniversary's tomorrow. I got it.
Oh,
I
yes.
got it.
Big rats to Paul, everybody. Cool. Let's see how we'll flick through then.
So what are we? Are we looking
I'd
for
say
keywords?
grab some of the fun
Fedora,
ones.
I
Like,
guess.
yeah, like
Yes, milady.
Nice.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just coming up with all the memes today.
Yeah, thanks.
There we go. Looking smooth.
It's smooth. Yes.
Which is the next one? Is it Midsummer's, right?
I mean, that's a good
Midsummer,
one.
Yep. That's
Look at
pretty-
that.
So, does anyone want to give the
We
context
should
for
do the
why? Because I
context,
think it
yeah.
matters here.
Do you want to go for the full midsummer outfit?
All right,
And
let's do that.
just try and.
Okay, but this
Is there
is a bit
Midsummer?
unfair because if you do the oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Oh, they're beautiful. So yeah, so basically the midsummer, it's kind of Swedish folkdräkt, as it were, like
rid of that.
folk
Fan-
costume.
Yeah. Go to the
Midsummer is a huge thing in Sweden. It often rains every year, but otherwise, Swedes like to be out in the nature, preferably dancing around a big pole with flowers and plants on it.
Which
and
one should we go? This one?
So I think
Yeah.
you should go with the blouse because I think that from talking to various Swedes, they tell me like the kind of the vest look, like the more traditional male, is not necessarily something that many of them are familiar with. However, the traditional female outfit is more what people would associate with the old style for.
Mhm.
But I think it's worth showing both because you can dress up however you like.
There we go.
That's true. But yeah, so often people they would wear or they do wear this folk costume, as it were, for midsummer. So we kind of had to give it a little nod in there. It's kind of like the free update we did you a couple of weeks ago, well, a month ago now, I guess.
Is it
with
these?
the,
No, oh, Jesus.
Hell yes.
That's from like more the tourist look, Matt.
Yeah.
That's not traditional.
No.
It is now. No, which are the other
New
actually-
Zealander does Swedish folk costume
Ooh.
live on Twitch.
Oh,
What is
man.
the What are the
I mean,
traditional shoes?
There aren't. I don't think there are traditional
No, there
traditional
aren't
shoes.
really.
So
Okay,
much,
so
yeah.
that is traditional then.
Oh, man.
That's as traditional as you're going to get, I think.
Yeah.
We just don't like to see socks or sandals. I think that
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Actually, they don't have traditional rim glasses. So
No.
there we go.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Snazzy. But yeah, so
Looks good.
Midsummer and
Looks
often
good.
lots of other events, they like to wear folk costumes, so we
Yeah.
gave a nod to that. And then we, of course, had the Easter inspired stuff in the last DLC we gave you for free.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's why Midsummer's in here. But so we also had the Adventurer. We touched on the fedora quickly, but let's try and maybe show the jacket.
The jacket was really
kind of
solid.
the
Of the which one?
centerpiece.
Sorry, the
Adventurer.
Adventure
There we
jacket.
go. Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
That's nice.
He's got a lasso with him
Ooh.
or a rope.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 or something like that.
Nice. I'm
Yep.
liking it.
Mm. I'd probably go for the traditional colours myself, but there are multiple colours. If you
I don't know.
like
I
that
like.
sort of thing.
I mean, I wear a lot of gray, so the
Mm.
gray version is right up my alley.
Wait, I've just got to go to the.
Yes. Oh, look
I
at it.
love that
Look
hat,
at
though.
it.
I love that hat. That's like a Stone Roses kind of hat, you know.
It's beautiful. Look at that. It's looking good. And so what do you want to touch on next, guys?
I
We do
think-
tourist pants.
Yeah.
Tourist
thank
pants.
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
There we go.
It's
Up,
the
down.
down two.
That one.
That one.
Oh, the
Oh,
fanny
Oh
pack.
God,
Lovely.
it's so glorious.
I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast now and then. He's doing his damnedest to make sure those things come back.
No.
I tell you.
No.
I had respect for
No.
Joe.
Yeah.
But they're so practical, you know. I mean,
but there's other.
I like
things
the
you
idea
can
of them. I
do.
just could never do it.
God.
So practical, says the I mean, like Crocs are practical, right?
This is true, but I would never wear Crocs.
There we go.
I'm happy for that level of impractical,
But I think
impracticality.
The thing I love about this is like this is a tourist in the '80s, man. Like I remember growing up and going around with my dad traveling in the U.S. and yeah, man, he would rock that thing. Loved his fanny pack.
What
What did you call them in the UK? They were bum
bags.
bags. Yeah.
Yeah. In England, it would be a completely different thing, but
Yeah. Okay.
and then of course, I mean, we're just showing a few items. From the thing.
Yeah.
We're not doing the whole set here. What did we do? We showed you some tourist stuff. We showed you some adventure stuff. We did Midsummer.
He was already rocking that Miami Vice
He was
jacket
already rocking
and
some of the
pants,
Miami
so-
Vice stuff. So yeah. But of course, they do come in whole sets, so you can have a themed style if
Yep.
you would like. But yeah, the Miami piece you had at the beginning, that was. Keep your eyes on social media. We will be doing a competition soon, actually, where we will ask you to put together your best ensembles in Generation Zero. Again, with some sweet prizes, T-shirts, Star Horse DLC. We don't know yet. We'll let you know. Not necessarily don't have to own the DLC to take part, so don't worry. But we're just gonna try and get some of your take on Generation Zero fashion. Thought it could be fun. So yeah, keep an eye on social for that. Grappling hook and rope for melee update.
Oh man.
Man.
Grappling hooks.
Add some tailored suits so we can Scarface through the world.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm going to riot if there's no skeleton outfit for Halloween.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
Was Halloween big in Sweden in the 80s? I know that American
It's-
culture nowadays has pretty much found its way over here. But
Yeah, I mean, when I moved here 8 years ago, I remember talking to some Swedes in the office, and I was like, "Oh man, it's almost Halloween soon. What are you guys doing?" Because I had no concept that they didn't know what it was, and someone's like, "I went to one party for the first time ever last year, and it was the first I heard of it." I'm like, "Well, what did you guys do?" They're like, "Oh, we just kind of got together at someone's house. We put up some decorations and just drank." I'm like, I mean, it's close enough to what happens for an adult with Halloween. But I'm like, well, but do your kids do anything? They're like, no. Should they? I'm like, oh boy.
Do you let your kids
boy.
drink?
No, but the concept of trick or treating hadn't really been around as much. Like I think it was super new when I moved here, and it's still like
It's been in get up and run. It's been in New Zealand for a long time.
Oh, really?
I did
Okay.
it when I was young. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think the alternative here for me is when kids go around at Easter. And,
yeah,
and
I was
they
going
hit
to
you
say
up
that.
for
It's
candy.
more Easter they tend to do it like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're good, man.
I can see.
Just leave them alone. Leave them alone.
Don't poke
It's not
him.
worth it,
You
man.
only got 7 bullets. Well, I don't know. You might need some more gear, so maybe
I want to kill machines dressed as Santa. We need some seasonal costumes.
Santa.
Santa. Well, it would be a Yule Tomter, actually.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to.
Gotta
do
be
a Yule
authentic,
Tomter
man.
outfit,
Gotta be
surely.
authentic.
Actually, one of the games I worked for before here in Sweden, they did have a Yule Tomt outfit, and had like a little fake beard. That you could, it actually looked fake.
Looked like
you
okay,
can't look
got
real. It
got
has to be fake as hell. Yeah.
I mean, but what if you just have? What if you have a really big, bushy white beard? I mean, Matt's is gonna go white pretty soon.
Yeah, probably.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
It's been pink before.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Yes.
you've dyed it before, so
Yeah.
it should be no problem.
Yeah, pink with sparkles in it. That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Tick or treat? Ah, I see what you
Oh,
did there.
that's nice.
Good.
We'll be borrowing that later.
Yeah. No, if we say we're borrowing it, then we admit that we took it.
No, but we're just borrowing it. You can have it back.
Oh, yeah,
after.
we
You
just
can have
borrowed
it
it.
back afterwards. Come on, not
No,
taking it.
that's solid. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
I'd rather be swinging a cool log at the robots of festivities.
Oh, like what am I going to do here?
Yeah, candy cane weapon. I think you're gonna. Discretion is the better part of valor.
I mean,
Oh, it's too late.
no, I didn't find you.
Nobody knows.
He knows something's amiss, but you can still get away.
Quietly run.
I mean, what do you got? Seven sniper rounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You might have to just.
I'm just backing out of here slowly.
I don't know. I just wish you had a shotgun still.
I have a shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have one, but it's. You reckon I should switch out to that ball?
I don't know, man. I do stupid things when I play games.
I love me some shotgun.
Yeah, I just charge with a shotgun.
Well, I
It's-
do
it's
have
not
some
smart.
slugs. So I think, you know.
Do you have any extra slugs in your fanny pack?
Let's do this. In my fanny pack, did you say?
Yeah, I said, do you have any extra bullets in that fanny pack?
Important question.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can play the corner peeking game with your shotgun. That could
Okay,
be a
you
way
got a
to-
little. Okay, you've got some,
Oh, it's got some-
auto rounds too. Like
Yeah.
you're holding out on me,
He
man.
had a big stash going on.
Yeah.
Water
I
rounds?
thought-
Oh yeah, we tried this last time.
He's just too hooked on that hunting rifle.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you just had 7 rounds and a few pistol rounds. I'm like, well, yeah, you're
Oh.
hurting, but oh boy.
So we're saying, are there supposed to be duplicate clothing items and loot drops? As in, is it meant to be possible you can get the same cosmetic drops twice?
It shouldn't be.
Okay, well, we can look at that then if that's letting me happily. So
Yeah.
Paul, can I not reload while I'm running because I don't have the skill?
oh, it is a skill, so it's probably.
I mean, keeping the reload animation while sprinting? No, I don't think so.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh, man.
I can almost see that coming. When the weapon flew off, I was like, no.
That and I love that match. It's like, I'm just going to stand here and go toe-to-toe with this thing that will not melee.
well, you know, I was hoping that my rounds would blow it up before.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
A strong offense is a good defense. So.
There you go.
Oh,
That's why I charged him with a shotgun. Make poor decisions.
Yeah, we get that toasted. We're aware of what you mean. We'll check that one out.
I think I picked up a first aid kit. Yes.
Ooh, look
Adding
at you.
thrusters to your bike in case of emergency. I want to see that.
Thrusters.
Fire extinguisher on the back. You can just whack the top off. And
That's not a bad idea.
So,
Dual. You know, I want dual. Like two fire extinguishers.
fire-
so
or
it
three.
looks like,
go
Jet
go
thrusters.
stupid.
I mean,
Save that for
now you're
flying
just asking
bikes.
for a
Yeah.
lot. There you go. Get some.
he didn't want to get some.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think that the footwork
just-
needed.
But I've got, you know,
I think it's those Jesus sandals slowing you down.
Yeah.
probably. Surprise!
Ooh, shotgun rounds from range. I
It's
don't
got
know,
slugs
guy.
in there.
Got
Oh, he
slugs.
put
Slugs
down.
in
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
That's good.
Well,
Flare on the back of bike. See, that was a bit of my vision for the Great Bike Race, actually. Like, I was thinking about different concepts, and one of them was that the video person, i.e. Matt in this case, would be trolling people by throwing sticky flares on the cyclists.
Yeah.
That would have been quite fun.
I mean, I like to think that I achieved the same thing just by ringing my bell constantly when I was
Yeah.
meeting Francis.
Yeah.
well, I have to say that your ringing the bell tactic, as long as you're out in front,
Yeah,
works
exactly.
very, very good.
Yeah, I mean, even when it was done to me a few times, I was like, this is not good.
There we go.
But
All right, so
man,
I'm liking the shotguns now.
see, I told you, man.
there we go. Shotgun believer now.
Nothing feels quite as good as a good shotgun. Oh, jeez. They're scaling things now.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm running out of the juicy rounds now, though.
Yeah.
Buck is still pretty good now. Down to runners though.
Yeah.
It does the job. But yeah, I think you could do all kinds of crazy stuff with bikes. To be honest, like
Yeah.
with proper MacGyver style inspiration. You could do like a flare dispenser on the back to distract enemies, so you can cycle away.
Well, I mean, like if
smoke or.
I mean, if we take somebody's wish earlier of putting pegs on the back of a bike so you have a second player, like imagine them just rolling along, throwing flares or shooting or whatever, like.
Oh my gosh, there's another one there.
Some fun two-player interactivity.
Jaroslav, we are aware of that glitch. You're saying about the one where you can equip and shoot while on the bike. We know that one. That'll be fixed. Can I ask you a question? We add new robots and storage boxes. We covered that kind of earlier. Storage boxes we know folks want to see. As far as new machines, that would make sense that one day we might want to go that route.
Yep. Things that we're
new
interested
enemy
in,
types,
for
new
sure.
weapons, new areas. All of them would be interesting.
All right. I'm really captivated by Matt.
I'm kind of just I get a vendetta going, and it needs to. I need to
Man, you're
finish
doing
it.
work.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good. Like you went from like I don't know how I'm gonna pull this off to pulling it off.
Yeah,
Getting
well,
some sweet,
like
sweet
your
ammo.
heavy hints about the shotguns.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Where did he go?
It was camouflaged. He was
It
like, I'll
was.
pretend to be this one.
Wearing the skin of his own dead.
But yeah, as I
medpack,
said,
here you
go.
you do love yourself some hunting rifle, but the shotguns, I like them.
Yep.
Option to change bell to bike horn.
I mean, that's the thing. We talked about that one, but I think Bell's more traditional, but not above adding a horn.
Yay!
And then, of course, for the really silly people, we can do the train horn. We can do
Oh yeah, like the Awuga or whatever. Yeah.
And then, of course, the La Cucaracha.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot what it was called. I only think about it in the terms of like hearing it in my head.
Yeah. Repurpose looted thrusters from Seekers. Well, there we go.
There
now
we
you can add some
go.
gameplay layers to it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think these chairs were designed by someone who'd never seen a chair before. They absolutely
I mean-
destroy my spine. I want to get
Okay.
another
I'm trying to not
another
lean back.
swivelly chair.
Bike
Bike flags for during races. That'd be quite neat, actually. Adding people the tools to create their own kind of, sandboxy gameplay.
Yeah.
Pop a flag down and
That's good. Matt, you have very little health.
I
guy.
know.
after the update, almost all loot boxes are
Concerns me.
empty. Is it supposed to be that way now? So, Pistrix, that was a change that went a couple of updates ago, if you haven't played recently. So now you can't expect to farm the same spot over and over again. Loot will sort of deplete from the area as you take it, and then you do have to explore elsewhere, and then you'll have to revisit older locations after you've played some good time in other places.
One of the things we did to try to get people to engage in combat or have combat be more rewarding, I should say, is that you get more stuff for killing machines now than you used to before.
Yeah.
So we like to try to think that you can get most of what you need just by continued fighting, and then exploring all these things give you some extra bonus stuff that you can find along the way. So, because we want to keep you moving, we don't want you to necessarily feel like you have to scavenge all the time just to get by.
Yeah.
Like, you should try to be able to get by just by playing through the game normally. But, it should still be challenging, but we want to make sure you have enough stuff.
I mean, after that last engagement, I keep pushing the escape and playing Call of the Wild too much, but there's, I've got a lot more ammo now that I started.
Yeah,
that
you
fight
pick up
with.
56 off of one hunter, so
Yeah.
it's definitely more generous with the ammunition now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you burn through a bit, but we're trying to give you back what you've earned.
It was
Yeah,
kind of a
what you
trade-off. I swapped shotgun ammo, though, for a lot of 7.62, so I think it was a good trade.
But that's the thing. I mean,
Well, for
you
you,
should never
maybe.
expect that you're going to be able to run the same gun all the time, which is why you have a selection, so you can kind of rotate between them. It might mean you don't get to use your favorite for a little while, and you go to your backup.
But I mean, you're in a world in crisis. I mean,
Yep.
you just take what you can get, man. You should be
Yeah.
excited that you have something to fight back with.
Exactly.
What are your thoughts on NPCs?
I like NPCs. I think that they can add a lot to the game world. they provide more narrative options, so we can be more creative with our storytelling.
Yep.
But as a small team, it's something that we'll need to explore, and like we talked about prioritizing earlier, it's something that we do spend a fair amount of time talking about, but nothing solid right now. But yeah, I mean they're cool. You can do a lot.
Yeah, I think that's the important point you raised. Though, is it's a matter of priorities. A lot of
Yeah.
things. I mean, my daily job is just reading loads of people saying, "What about this? What do you think of this? What is this?" So the thing I would do always try to remind people is like, if we do this, you don't get this, or this, or this, or this. So I mean, your job and development team as a whole is a lot about deciding which is the one that makes sense right now.
Yep. And that's and it, like I said, it matters on a few things. It's what are people asking for? What does data show us on top of that? And then also, what do we think as game makers that add to experience? It's a little bit of the intangible.
Yeah.
Because there's a little bit of our intuition as game makers, but it's also as the crafters of the experience, we kind of get a sense of like, okay, this thing will allow us to do this thing in the future, which allows this thing, or this really layers on other elements of gameplay, and just it can make the game more exciting if we do something small rather than add a huge new feature that might solve an isolated issue.
There's also the realities of game development as well. We might have a huge feature that everyone's crying out for, but we might have one that's kind of people want a little less but still really want, which is much smaller and quicker to do. So
yeah, exactly.
you kind of triage about what gives the best benefit for the dev time we have available, and for the cadence that you want to have with releases as well.
And I mean, and hopefully outside of things like our conversations here or the news posts that we put out, we'll look to see if we can start to give more examples of that stuff.
Thought I missed one.
In a more structured fashion.
Yeah.
So at least get an idea of where our heads are at.
So some folks can see a little further ahead about what we're thinking.
Yeah.
So up to now, we've been kind of keeping our cards quite close to chest because mostly we've been working on bugs.
Fixes, yeah.
I mean, we've been bug fixing and improving what's here now. So as we move into adding more content, then we'll start telling you about what we can look forward to in the future.
Yeah.
I think I've suckled myself into it.
Serious question, will there be a storage room for weapons and items? Yaroslav, we answered that a few times throughout this stream and many times in other streams, but in case you missed it earlier, I mean, we know you folks want that. We talked about how it was in the survey. I mean, that and bikes were both very, very high. You have bikes. We want to work closely with your feedback, and we've said that from the start, so it would make sense that we'd love to give you a storage feature one day.
It's on our list to dig into, yeah.
Yep.
So Matt, would you say you made a fair amount of progress in this one?
Yes.
Or did you die a lot?
Both.
No, both.
Yeah.
Both is a fine answer. I mean, this isn't a hero shooter where you're meant to be
No,
like,
I know.
I think the new meta is definitely shotgun in here. I reckon. If I'm allowed to say that.
He's seen the light very quickly.
Yeah, it used to be I could
just
carry the machine gun and the sniper rifle around and be fine.
I don't know, man. Just embrace the run and gun lifestyle.
I've always liked the run up to the face and stick the barrel up the nostril and pull the trigger.
Yep.
That one. Yep.
Or like someone was saying earlier, just slap a scope on that shotgun and just snipe just as well.
Can we tell them more about the holy hand grenade?
Oh, that's a fun one.
Yes.
So that was something we were playing around with for one of our internal power-up days. Or no, wait, we changed the name. What is it called? Game Jam. Yeah. We were playing around with some fun options for things that we could mess around with, and we needed a place to be able to put it, so that our the team could mess around with it. And we put it in. We're like, all right, we'll hide this away so that it won't go into the game, but we need a place just for people to test it out and do something with it. And it was in a test version of our branch, blah, blah, blah. And somehow found its way into the game and was not meant to. So that was a bit of a whoopsie from our end.
It still ended up being a funny Easter egg.
It's funny,
people,
yeah.
I mean, you obviously get the reference, most of you. Being asked will the robots ever stop going through doors and walls as suddenly appearing out of nowhere? I mean, we did a lot of big changes towards that in the last update. It came out just last week.
Yeah, we've done some fixes, and this is one of the areas where for me we know that there's more that we can do. I think I mentioned it, we mentioned it in one of our dev blogs. Probably about a month ago. It's something that we're going to slowly continue to chip away at and improve. But yeah, we know that it's annoying for players. It's been a bit challenging for us to make that fix broadly. It's more on an individual basis, so it's taking its time. But it's something that we'll be constantly working on.
Yep. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? It's some things. It isn't just a matter of flip a switch, it's fixed. It's incremental improvements.
Yep,
And I
exactly.
think if you played it now compared to how it was a few
Yeah.
months ago, then it's already that much better. But of course, we do know that it's not 100% there just yet.
Yep.
Are you going to fix Trophies PS4, i.e. Fashionista? We're aware of Fashionista. That is one that's going to be looked into.
Yeah, we always consider those, at least from my end and for many of us, it's on the higher priority end of things, because I know myself as a big achievement hunter or trophy hunter on various platforms, I want that stuff to work. So it's something that we focus on.
Cool. I guess that about wraps us up though for today.
All right.
Said the Chosen. We already talked about new robots, new guns. We'd love to one day. That would be cool.
It's on our list of things that we're looking into.
Yes. But watch this space, of course. Social media, Twitch. This is where we love to speak to you. All of these places. So when news of such things does come out, that's where you're going to hear about it. Is the stream, social media, Twitch, Discord, all these places. So yeah, I guess that about wraps us up. Thank you so much for joining. Next week, like I said, I'd love to do a community bike race where we'll get some of you folks taking part live and with a chance of winning some prizes. It will be very silly, very fun. I will try to make it as fair as possible, but fun will be the most important
Yeah,
thing.
there you go. There
I
you
might
go.
have to go for the everybody gets a prize route, actually, because there's just so many variations where
Participation
people
badges.
yeah, there's so many variations where people might feel unfairly treated otherwise. It's meant to be fun above all, but we'll work it out.
Yeah.
We'll work it out. So I'll be talking to you the rest of the week on social media, but otherwise, we'll see you next Wednesday, same time, same place.
Indeed.
One same face. Two same face, essentially.
I don't know.
Or
I'm still here all summer.
You might drop in.
So I mean, it's a big thing. It's Swedish summers here. A lot of
Yes.
people take vacation. You know, majority of the team is actually on vacation for the next couple weeks. So it's, but I will be here. So I'm happy to drop on.
Cool. And otherwise, if you don't see Paul next week, then you will have a letter from the game developers coming out this Friday as well, where Paul will be sending on some info your way.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you all, and we'll see you next time.
Catch you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.